It's too late, nights dancing, my laser could get used to no drives,
Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah.
So, this vlog is going to be something a bit different.
Yes, it is.
It is going to be Trisha waffling on a bit and me listening because I don't know what she's wrote down.
It's not waffle.
But before we start, the battery on the GoPro is 98%, so you've got 98% to play with.
Right.
So what's this video about?
It's about the costs, because you told everybody we was going to do it in £2,500.
I did say we'd go for 3 months for £2,500 on the route that we've done. You must have seen back on many vlogs, and if you haven't, I suggest you go back and look. I did a log as we was going along on the videos. From the videos to this video might be a bit different because I have been poorly. I'm all right now.
We didn't vlog anything coming back, nothing.
With the vlog, no, we'll get to that stage as you're going along. You've lost me now because you put it in. £2,500 over 3 months, but I got poorly, but I'm all right now, which I've already said that. That's where I got to.
Yes.
Couldn't you remember? So, how long we was away? We was away 52 days.
Yes, 52 days, just short.
Which is about 7.5 weeks. Let's find out what Trisha's got that on her list.
Yeah. So
we'll have a breakdown first.
Everything down. Gas stations, bread, everything. So I broke it down into sections as well. I've been right good.
Right. First section then. And at the end we will give you the grand total.
We will.
And how to deduct out of this. Remember, this video is what we did. It's not what you guys want to do. It's like last year when we went abroad. We must have spent 10-15 grand, didn't we?
We spent a lot of money.
Because we went everywhere.
Yeah.
We
didn't vlog that though.
We didn't vlog that.
Venice everywhere.
We weren't really vlogging them, were we?
No.
Because we had other things to do.
Yeah.
Which what this channel used to be about until we changed the
it.
name out of that into the Pews on Top, which we shouldn't have done. What we should have done is just opened a new channel, but we didn't.
To be fair, the previous name of the channel before, you still worked hard to get the 3,500 subscribers you had on that.
That is true, yeah.
So it is what
Never
it
mind,
is.
that's a different story.
Anyway.
So let's get this breakdown done.
So I just want to say I have got tolls in here, people. Now I did say we was doing non-tolls, which we did going down. We didn't do any tolls, just the odd one that we come across. So the tolls are in for when we come back up, but it is in there. So the first one,
let's talk
I think
about
is the most expensive, is the diesel.
Diesel. So subject number 1, diesel. Right. Diesel, which I found was alright myself. Spain were brilliant, Gibraltar were cheaper, but you're only in there 1 or 2 days. Spain's cheapest, and the cheapest...
France was atrocious.
Oh, France, don't talk about France. The only way to get cheap fuel in France is stay away from the motorway services and go inland.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it, if you go in the villages?
Yep, and we found an app called Repsol. It is a card payment only, but you'll find out they're in villages and they're on the apps on search for sites and stuff like that. And they're in independent sites, and they are about £1.38 a litre in Spain, which is about £1.10.
Is that good then? Very
good. There were some of them we were finding €1.10. So that's like 90 odd p a litre. Spain amazing for fuel, but France is dearer than England.
Yeah.
In France you were talking nearly €2 a litre.
And this, to be fair, this one here that I'm going to tell you in a second is the most we spent was on diesel, and it's in euros as well, people. I'm giving you this. It's €1,465.42.
Yeah, well, how we worked out an our exchange rate when we got our exchange
rate at the end of it anyway.
It's different every day, his exchange rate.
I know.
So you can't say that. So how we worked it out at beginning of trip, €1 was £1, because near enough when we cashed our money to go out of England, that's what it was, near enough, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I've worked it out today, and it's subtotal on today's exchange rate.
Right, okay.
So the first one was diesel, and it was €1,465.42.
It's not bad for 6,000 miles,
terrible,
is it?
Really. Yeah, I don't think that was terrible.
No. Fuel's fuel, though. You can't get away from it, though, can you?
Our next section is LPG.
Yeah, LPG.
I think we did really well with LPG.
We did, because we've made our motorhome, and everybody's different. We only really use it for the fridge and
Cooker.
the cooker. That's it, innit?
Occasionally hot water.
Because we have a diesel heater.
Occasionally
So-
hot water when we need a shower, that's it.
So our diesel heater will be in price of that fuel as well, by the way.
Oh, yes, it is. It is in
Yeah.
the diesel. Yeah, to be fair,
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about the diesel heater, so that diesel is all just in one.
But
So that's for everything.
we didn't really use diesel heater, did we? Only
need it.
on a night about 8 o'clock onwards, because it did start getting
And
chilly.
sometimes if you woke up early in the morning,
And
you
early,
get on
if
for
you
an
got
hour
early
then.
hours up early to do some editing for you guys. So you guys owe me a lot of money for
Didn't
doing
even
your
edit.
editing.
Being lazy. So the LPG
Yeah,
was €63.66.
that's not bad.
That's not bad, really, for eight weeks.
Yeah.
Tolls.
Tolls. Well, we saved a lot of money there. Can we do tolls last? Or should we do it as we go along?
We'll do it as we go along because I put it in here.
Right.
But can I also say,
Tolls?
I didn't know there was going to be tolls in the south of Spain.
No, I didn't. We didn't. We did no tolls whatsoever going down through France. We went zigzag all over the place. Personally, we should have stuck to toll roads because we spent more fuel doing it
I
that
think
way.
I found coming down that way, we did spend more on fuel,
Yeah.
and I felt it was more time consuming to get through France
Yeah.
doing that as well, because it took us one day to get just in line with
Up near Dunkirk, on it.
Breck. We was in line with Breck, Dunkirk's up.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
was Breck. It was where we saw the seals. Well, I'm not being funny. Normally, if we go through and we're on a toll road, we're in Honfleur. So we did half the time going through, and there was so many little towns, and the motorhome's big.
And we did 2 tolls coming home, didn't we?
We did do tolls coming home, but this is including. I think we hit one toll in Portugal, and we hit a few in the south of Spain that we didn't know there was any in the south of Spain.
There were peanuts,
but there
weren't
was €2-3 euros each. There weren't loads, but
We found out why they're only €2 or €3 each, aren't
Oh, did
they?
you?
And it's to do with this farmers market thing. What's going on at this
no,
moment in
because that's
time?
in France. Oh, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So some of the toll roads, what they said in the south of Spain, and some of them in France, when you get a toll road, some of them are going through farmers' lands, and the farmer didn't actually sell the land to the government. He owns it, so he gets a profit off the toll.
Yeah. And the big tolls are the government ones, isn't it?
Yes, the big massive ones. So tolls in total,
Yeah.
€189.99.
So if you double that on end at toll, just put another £189 on end toll, that's what it'd really cost you going down and up all in one.
I don't know, because we had quite. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I get you.
Because we didn't do tolls going down.
Yeah. So I've even put the shuttle on here. They're going
Oh,
out
yeah.
and they're coming back. So what's good to know about the shuttle? We like the Eurotunnel because we get distracted. So there's no guaranteeing that we're actually going to be on time, is there?
No.
Because we was meant to leave on the one day and we didn't leave for an extra 3 days because we went to see people on the way. So
And
we
I'm-
turn up and literally book it the day we're getting on it, don't we?
Yeah. Plus I always, because my phone's so small, I always book it wrong. I always book this 5 metre motorhome and a 3 metre height
By mistake, people.
by mistake. Because it's just a mistake on my phone. It's so small and so hard to book.
He books it on as a 5 metre and it's never been quoted, has it?
Yeah. And 9 metre, I mean 5 metre motorhome has never been checked yet.
Nor the height either, to be
Not
fair.
the height. Well, you have to put the height in, otherwise you'll get on tunnel.
So Le Shuttle, and I've added that in the cost. I don't know whether we was or not, but I've added it in. That was €370 out and in and out. It was 220 one way and it was 150 the other.
Yeah.
So it's 370 total for the shuttle.
Yeah.
And next biggest is food.
Is that the breakdown for your food or my food?
Our food. But every part of the food. The shopping, the bread, if we went out for a meal, every part of the food is in this.
Yeah.
And for both of us, I actually don't think we did that bad.
No.
So this is €558.17.
And it seems a little low because we didn't really eat out, did we?
No, we didn't.
And we did have a lot of food on board because
We took all this
we
dry
always
stuff with
do.
us, pastas
We took all this English stuff, what we wanted as pastas and as curries and things like that.
and juice. We took about 15 bottles because we drink a lot of dilute juices and you just can't get it over there. We can't find it. We tried
Don't
it
drink
every
fizzy, do
store.
we?
We don't mind the off busy, but on a whole in the van we drink juice, bottled water. We just fill it up with juice, put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
We like it cold. So I did take about 10 bottles of juice with me. So I did tell them the price of that. On to the next is airs. So in this section I've put airs, toilet dump and toilet fill up, because sometimes we had to pay for water, but some of them were just a couple of euros to use the water tap to fill up, or a couple of euros to empty.
But you'll find out, apart from Next Search for Size,
A lot of it was free. A lot of it was free.
we have about 8 apps we use, and you can get it free out there, can't you?
So you're all going to be shocked with this, because other than Benidorm, which is not Benidorm, the price of Benidorm, I'm going to tell you on the end, is nothing to do with this. This was our holiday from our holiday. That was just our holiday, wasn't
We're
it?
not in that section yet.
No. So the airs, toilet dump and toilet water fill, was €57.
It's nothing, is it? And we only used the airs about 3 times because we had 2 or 3 days of really bad sun, didn't we?
Yeah. But for the time, so if you take off the time we spent in Benidorm onto that, €57 for 6 weeks.
Is that
How
bad?
is it?
Yeah, because we're designed to be off-grid, off-grid.
Yeah, we are.
We can do a full charge and you can have total clouds outside for 4 days before we need to charge.
Yeah.
So we do quite
And
good.
to be fair, it's like the air in Gibraltar that's on here. We only did that because you had to do that air to go into Gibraltar for your van to be safe.
That's
there.
right, yeah.
So we didn't even have electric on that one anyway.
No, we didn't, no.
So,
Cool.
laundrette.
We only do it about every 2 or 3 weeks anyway.
So
don't
we do, but that was €46.50. But that was washing everything, drying everything.
And that's something you can't save on, innit? Because your washing is your washing.
Your washing's just your
Unless you
washing,
take a lot of clothes and a lot of suitcases and don't do any laundry.
And the thing is, I'm terrible at dropping my tea on my top.
Yeah, and food down the top.
I do, that's what I said, my tea on my top. So I've always got a mucky t-shirt, so I always have to change it. So it's me, just my washing
Come on,
really.
I'm getting excited.
So, calm down.
I don't even know total yet. I'm
So I've not
glancing over
told
your
him,
shoulder.
people. So you can't see, I've made sure it's not
I
on
know.
this page.
I'm glancing over, see what you've got.
So the next one is tools and repairs, because Gareth broke a couple of tools, so we had to go to Leroy Merlin, and I
Yeah.
put tools and repairs because our outside security Famia, is it called Famia? The Famia lock broke,
Oh
so we
yeah,
had
the
to find a
outside
lock.
lock broke, didn't it?
A couple of tools was broke, so we had to do a Leroy Merlin and a check, but that was €97.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was terrible. Entertainment. So I've put entertainment as when we went in Hollywood, Oasis, when we got paid to
Yeah.
get in the castles,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. €215.19 total for the whole trip.
That's not bad, is it?
I don't think that's terrible.
No. Oasis were 80 quid on its own.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, because some of the castles are like €4 to get in. I mean, they're worth it, but you do have to pay the odd surcharge to get in.
Most of it's free
And
out
that's
there.
fine. So, on the end, I've got the doctors and the chemists.
Oh,
Because we
yeah.
did use them. So the doctors and the chemists is €115.40. That's for your doctor's visits and all your prescriptions.
And if you ever go away abroad, you could save money on that by getting your card, but ours had expired, didn't it?
Yes. So, and he had a two. So I'm giving you in euros, and Gareth had a £2,500 budget he wanted to do just for these weeks. So the cash that we came back with is €140. So your total that you spent so far is €3,179.04. Now, this is in euro. So I'm going to take off the doctors because it was an emergency. We did spend it, but it wasn't actually part of your. We never budgeted for that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway, and I'm going to
That is true.
I'm going to take off your doctors,
Yeah.
which leaves your total at €3,063.64.
I didn't beat 2.5
Listen,
grand.
listen. This is in euros.
Oh,
listen.
yeah.
Then I've actually taken off your €140 because we have €140 left
Yeah, we
out of your
do, yeah.
£2,500 budget,
Yeah.
which leaves you at €2,923.64.
Flick the page, I'm
So I'm
excited.
flicking the page, right? So you can't see it. So in today's exchange rate, people, right? €2,923.64 in pounds sterling is 2,539 pence.
Right, hang on. I thought I could have saved some money there. Let me look.
You're only 39 pence over.
Yeah, 39 pence is 39 pence. Actually, I have saved.
Why have you saved?
I've saved about 60 odd quid.
Although when it comes
Because we come back with half a tank of fuel.
but when it came to 2,539p, I could not believe it.
I'm going to say
I was
if
like,
can
how
save
is that
some
even
more money
possible?
out of this.
So I just wanted to let people know, because we was out a lot in Benidorm. So the
Yeah.
Benidorm trip we spent, I haven't worked that out yet. I've worked out in euros. In total in Benidorm, we was there 15 days,
Yeah.
13 days? 13 days,
Yeah.
and we stayed on a campsite. We had full electric. I didn't eat in the van once because it's cheap there, and we drank a lot. So in total in
I didn't
Benidorm-
drink a lot. You didn't.
Whatever.
It would die.
They've seen the videos.
It
Yeah,
was
it was
dying.
dying my hands full.
Yeah.
So in Benidorm we spent €1,600.
But Benidorm was our holiday
But-
from our holiday.
Yeah, that was a
not
totally
to do
different
with
budget. You want this budget. But if you're being realistic, which worked out at £1,200, so we spent about £3,700 in total.
Yeah, but that was
With
holiday from
Benidorm, that
holiday.
was with Benidorm.
We even said
But
before
without
we went-
Benidorm, you hit your 2,000. But can I just state, we did come back early, people, so it would have been over budget.
Yeah, would have been over budget.
It would have been
yeah.
over budget either way. But you hit your, it's like your body knew you that you'd spent your £2,500 and it needed to come home.
So get your calculator out then. So what is 2,500 quid divided by 52 days?
I don't know.
Here's my phone. 1 minute, edit
I'm
going.
not getting my tablet out because I look like Dom Jolly, so I'm not doing it for him. He can do it on his camera.
2,500
Divide.
and what pence?
39 pence, but just
39 pence divided by
52 days.
52 equals £48.08 a day.
I don't think that, with fuel, food, I don't think that's terrible.
£48.08 times
Well, 80 because we wouldn't have done the full
90 days away equals £53 a day. No, sorry. 48 quid times 90,
4,320.
4,390. 4,300. Yeah. So you're talking about 4.5.
You would not have done it, but you did by 39 pence. And while we was on the other trip, guys, can I just say, I know we was on a budget, but we didn't scrimp. If we wanted to do something, we did it. If we needed food, we got it. Drinks. We just don't really. I know we like a drink, and everybody knows we like a drink, but we're very good at socialising. It's like our pastime, and we love it. But we also like being on our own. We're quite a rounded couple, aren't we? So we're quite happy being on our own and going and visiting things and walking about. So on a day-to-day, we don't eat out loads anyway. So I think that was fairly normal for us. It was a fairly normal trip, and Benidorm was a bender.
Yeah. Didn't really have a drink in Benidorm, I don't think.
I stopped drinking, it got too much. As you can all see in the videos, somebody didn't.
Yeah. So 48 quid a day.
So you did it by bearing 39p left.
So if we did a proper 90 days away, it would have cost £4.5 grand.
About that. About, I don't know, about 3.5.
How about we buy a kayak and we go from Dover to Calais? That'll save 370 quid.
How are you getting this? There's a reason she's called Big Bitch Love. How are you getting BB on a kayak?
Oh yeah.
You could next year be suggesting swimming the channel. I reckon I could swim the channel, mate.
No.
I'm a good swimmer.
Anyway, I think that's enough for waffling, and I think you've got enough information unless there's anything else you can add.
I'm just Nicholas
Darling,
at
yes.
it and he lost. Loser.
I didn't, I made my budget, 2.5.
You're 39 pence over.
Yeah, true.
You lost.
39 pence over.
Loser.
Yeah, never mind.
Loser.
39 pence.
Just say I'm a loser.
No, because I could have saved.
Say I'm a loser.
You see, if I Di hadn't have been with us, I'd have saved about 50 quid, so I'd have been under.
Do you know if I would have bought that goblet?
Yeah, you could have bought that goblet.
or the fridge magnets.
Yeah. Yeah, so we would have been under.
I'm just living my best life, what can I tell you?
Anyway.
If you was thinner, wouldn't use as much fuel, would have been under then as well.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Anyway, guys, goodbye. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, please subscribe. Please subscribe.
And also, if you want a shout out, just let him know. He lets me know and I give you a shout out.
Yeah.
Used to lay